On May 26, 2025, over 1,000 devotees gathered to celebrate the inauguration of a monument to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami at Veda Foundation Cow Sanctuary in DeLand, Florida. The Cow Sanctuary was blessed by the association of many great devotees on that day, including His Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj, Guru Das Prabhu, His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, His Holiness Sachinandana Maharaj, His Holiness Bibi Govinda Maharaj, His Holiness Chandramuli Maharaj, Guru Gauranga Prabhu, Garuda Prabhu, His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Prabhav Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Dhir Damodar Maharaj, Gauranga Prabhu, and many other senior devotees and Prabhupada disciples. The program began with a feast for senior devotees and Guru Maharaj's god brothers and god sisters. This prasadam feast was particularly sumptuous and keeping with the standard set by Guru Maharaj. Before the official inauguration of the monument, the devotees gathered to listen to 3 hours of Prabhupada glorification. The senior devotees and Maharajas who were asked to speak also used this time to say many kind things about Guru Maharaj and remember the times that they spent together.
Srila Prabhupada left in the middle of the night for his journey, and we all offered our obeisances in the mud, thinking that we would never see his divine grace again. As I was the cook, I decided that I would do some seva and go to Srila Prabhupada's kitchen the next morning and clean after his entourage had left. And when I entered the kitchen, I found that young, effulgent sannyasi sitting in Srila Prabhupada's kitchen, weeping and weeping and weeping. I didn't know who he was, but I knew it was my duty to try to comfort him in some way. So I sat down next to him and I put my arm around him and I said, Maharaj, what is the problem? And he could hardly speak because he was crying so much. But he told me, I was supposed to go with Srila Prabhupada. I wanted to be with Srila Prabhupada so badly, but my passport was not arranged in time. So I stayed with him for some time and said some words to comfort him. But then a smile came on his face and said, thank you very much. And he said, I feel somewhat better now. And he left the kitchen and I continued to clean the kitchen. That was the beginning of our relationship.
He was softer and sweeter than a rose, but he was also harder than a thunderbolt in those rare occasions where it was required, where it was needed and where he could best serve. I saw Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. He was unyielding, firm.
Perhaps the most memorable thing which I can remember is how much Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj insisted that Srila Prabhupada is at the life of ISKCON and every devotee also. He was very insistent on it. And to being a creative mind, I sometimes said after I heard the thousands election on 1,000 about I need to put in understand. He said, we have understood it. Is it necessary to repeat it so much? Oh my God. He became so angry, although I was his friend. He said, no one will see unless this is established over and over and over again. Devotees will forget.
The event was finished with a Pushpanjali at the new monument. Rain was in the forecast. A great rain cloud stood over the monument, and it looked like it was about to storm at any moment. But by Krishna's mercy, no rain came. And the presence of the cloud cooled down the hot temperature significantly. This monument stands in memory of Guru Maharaj and reminds us of all he achieved for Srila Prabhupada. It awakens the sorrowful mood of separation, but also the desire to please him by continual effort in the service of Srila Prabhupada's movement.